Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Dizzy Course.
So guys, today we are going to discuss about conversion tracking in Google Ads. Okay. In the previous class, we have discussed about remarketing and custom audience. It is all about retargeting your existing users. So we have seen how exactly we can target our existing users and how we can create that audience list. So everything we have seen. So today, one more important topic in Google Ads, that is a conversion tracking. So conversion tracking means now a person clicked on your ad. It can be anything like display network or search network. Okay. So conversion means when someone makes any profitable action in your site. Okay. If it is an e-commerce site like Amazon and Flipkart, definitely the profitable action can be like purchasing a product or being to a checkout page kind of thing. So whereas my kind of websites, the profitable action can be when someone fill ups a contact form or when someone make a call for me. So profitable action means it's simply a conversion that you are getting in your site. So again, the conversion may be different from person to person or different from business to business. So this is what conversion again when someone makes a profitable action. So when someone click on your ad, okay, they will be redirected to your website. So at the time, I would like to track how many conversions happen in my site. So whoever click my ad, there is no guarantee that they will be converting in my site. So I can't predict. So that's the reason. So here I am doing some conversion tracking so that I can track all my conversions that happens in my site. Okay, so now let us see how we can perform this conversion tracking in Google Ads. So get into your Google Ads interface. So now let's see how to create this conversion tracking. So get into the tools and settings over here. Under the tools and settings, you can see a measurement option. So under that measurement, you have option called conversions. So click that conversions. Right. See how Google Ads help you achieve your goals. Okay. So let us create a conversion plus conversions. So start conversion actions. Conversion tracking is critical to successful online training. It lets you see what people do. The conversion action they take after seeing your ad. You set up one conversion action at a time, but you can track multiple conversions actions at once. See here, what it is trying to say is it is going to track the conversions that happen in your site through Google Ads. So there are again different kinds of conversions. So if you want to see the conversions that happen in your website, you can choose this. Then app. If you want to see the conversions that happen in your app, then definitely the conversion in the app, it can be like when someone install the app, when someone makes some purchases in the app, anything, right? So then phone calls. This is like useful when you are concentrating more on calls. Now, let's say if it is an ambulance business, okay, ambulance services. So, ambulance services is not about filling a contact form and it is not about like a purchasing a product. It is all about calls. So, whoever calls, that means they are in need of ambulance services. That means it's a conversion. So, at the time, if you are concentrating that kind of services, then you can choose this phone call conversions. That means you'll come to know how many phone calls you received. You'll come to know from where they have called you, like the caller ID, the caller area. So everything it will let you know. So that is what simply the conversions. So import means simply you are importing a data from, like, if you want to import a data from Google Analytics, you can import and Salesforce. This is like importing a data and finding out the conversions. So definitely we will be choosing a website. Why? Because we have a website. Let's go with the website. That means I would like to track the conversions that happens in my site. Okay, let's click this. Choose a category. Select the action you would like to track. Okay, so if I click this drop down, So it will give you the category. So under which category your conversion come. Okay. So I'll read from top. First thing is purchase. That means if you are considering a purchase as a conversion, then choose this. Then add to cart. If you are considering an add to cart as a conversion in your site, choose. Begin checkout. When someone been to some checkout page, is it your conversion? Then subscribe. When someone subscribe to your newsletter or subscribe to your YouTube channel, whatever it may be. So if someone makes any subscription, then is that your conversion? Choose this. Then here comes leads categories. Contact. When someone contact you through by phone or SMS or emails, then submit a lead form. That means definitely it is like a contact form when someone submits a contact form in your site. Then book an appointment. If it is a hospital kind of website, definitely people will be reaching out to your hospital site. They will be booking an appointment. So if someone book an appointment, then if it is your conversion, then choose this. Then sign up. So sign up means if it is a kind of Facebook or many other websites are providing some registered sign up option, right? So if you are feeling when someone sign ups in your website as a conversion, then choose this. Request code. So definitely it will be web designing services or like web designing services websites or any other website. People will request a code. So if you are considering it as a conversion, choose this. Then get direction. So if someone click on get direction options in your site or in your app, choose this. Then outbound link. So when someone click on your outbound link, so if it is your conversion, then choose that. Simply, you are just finding out what is your conversion. So, what is the category of your conversion? So, again, you have a page view also. That means it will be suitable for blogging kinds of website. Whereas, if it is a blogging kinds of website, there will be no contact form to fill up and there will be no products to purchase even. So, we will be just having few blogs over there. So, at that time, you can choose this page views. So if I get a so and so page views, so I am considering it as a one conversion. So in such a way, you can just choose a category. So tell me for Dizzy Codes kind of websites, which category will be most suitable for dizzycodes.in?
Page view.
Dizzycodes.in is again not any blogging site. It is a service
I think
oriented.
okay.
Contact.
Contact or
Okay.
sign up.
So
अच्छा
when
submit
someone
lead form.
expresses an interest in your business by filling out a form you provide them, how it will be? So in dizzycourse.in website, so I'll be
Submit lead
having
form.
some contact form. So better if I can consider it as a conversion, so I can easily try. So I'll go with this submit lead form. Next, so give a name for your conversion. It can be anything.
We can only select one category at a time,
Only
right?
one category. Yes,
But we can make different conversions
you can make.
actions.
Hmm. You can create a multiple conversions. Right. So conversion name I just give. Then here comes the value. Okay. So I'll just tell you example over here. Use the same value for each and every conversion. Use a different value for each conversion. Okay. See now, hmm, 5 people filled up my contact form. 5 people filled contact. So whoever filled my contact form, are they going to fill up my, sorry, are they going to join my course? Whoever filled my contact form? Now 5 people filled up my contact form. Are those 5 people joining my course? Could you guarantee?
No.
No.
No. So out of 5, let's say that 4 people attended demo, and out of 4 people, I can say one person joined my. Let's take in the worst case, one person joined my course. So assume that if one person join my course, I am charging like a 20,000. Okay. So that means overall, what did you understand? 5 contacts form fill-ups is equals to
One
one
conversion.
joining,
Oh,
right?
one.
So how much profit I'm getting here for 5 contact forms? Hmm? Yes or no? So 5 contact form fill-ups is equals to one joining is equals to 20,000. So then for one joining, how much? Sorry, for one contact form fill-ups, how much? Hmm. For one contact form fill-up, how much? 20 by 5.
4,000.
4,000. That means here it is asking us to mention some value, the profit, the return you get when someone fill ups or else when you get a conversion. So what is the worth of your conversion you are going to mention over here? Okay. So my when someone fill ups a contact form or when someone makes some conversion in my site, the worth of my conversion is 4,000. Okay. So in such a way, again, depends on your business, depends on your products or any kind of services. You can just go ahead and use your value. Okay. So you can use it anything, but make sure that you don't leave it blank. Give anything like one or two or three, it's up to you. So, but for your understanding, I'm just saying is use the value as a 4,000. Okay. Next, count. Select how many conversions to count per click or interaction. So again, one more example I'll tell here. Now Devi Sri is there. She visited my site. This is a dizzycourse.in site. She filled up my contact form for 100 times. So though she filled my contact form for 100 times also, she will be joining only once. Is she going to join 100 times my training? Hmm?
No.
No, if you fill up for 1,000 times also, you will be joining my course only once. Got it? Got it. So same Debishri, whereas she been to some Amazon kind of website, so any e-commerce website. The same person can purchase different products, multiple products, right? So she can purchase a furniture, she can purchase a water bottle, she can purchase a dressing table. So multiple products she can purchase. The same person can do multiple conversions. Yes or no? So at that time, here when it is like Amazon and Flipkart's kind of website, every conversion is having some value. Yes or no? So water bottle and furniture, let's say TV, and then sofa, sofa covers. So now Devishri is going to purchase three products, that is water bottle, TV, and sofa covers. Each and every product have some value. So this sofa covers will be having some price, and TV will be having some price, and water bottles also will be having some price. So how many conversions she is making in my site now?
3.
Three conversions she is making. So, but whereas in dizzycourse.in, so
1.
dizzycourse.in, she is filling my contact form for 100 times. So, how many times I should calculate it as a conversion?
1. 1.
One conversion. Right. So if she fill up my contact form for 1,000 times also, I'll be calculating it as a one conversion. Whereas in Amazon kind of website, she can purchase multiple products and each and every conversion will be having some value. So here the option is how you are going to calculate your conversion as a every or one. So one means, so how many times she fill up also, I'll be calculating as a one. So every means, so each and every conversion I am calculating it as a different conversion. Okay. So depends on you. Here it is written here. Can you see recommended for purchases because every purchase is valuable. Recommended for leads, signups, and other conversions because only the first interaction is valuable. Got it? So again, choose depends on your business. The next, click through conversion window. Okay. To record a conversion that happened within 30 days after an ad impression, set a window of 30 days. Now, let's say Seema, she clicked my ad. Okay. She clicked my ad, but she didn't fill up any contact form. Do I have a conversion now? Do I have a
No.
conversion? No. She just clicked my ad and she been to my site. That's it. But she didn't convert in my site. Later, say like before 30 days or after 29 days. So somewhere like a before 30 days, again she directly visited my site. Okay, and got converted. So that is also I'll be tracking it as a one conversion. Okay, so here how many days you are going to give for a person to convert in your site after interacting with your ad. So here she clicked my ad. That means she interacted with my ad. So how many days? Like after 29 days, before 30 days, whenever she visited my site and converts also, I'll be calculating it as a one conversion. Okay. So this is what simply you can choose. Click this drop down. You can choose 90 days and custom. You can put a number of days. It's up to you. Next, view through conversion window. So here, whereas click through conversion window is clicking, that means interacting. Whereas view through conversion window means after viewing your ad. So did they make any conversion? So how many days they are taking time to make a conversion? Simply here, if I choose this 1 day means if someone viewed my ad and after 1 day, so now let's say, let me go with 3 days. Before 3 days, so if they visit my site and converts like fill up a contact form, then that is also I'll be tracking it as a conversion. Okay. Next is include in conversions. If you want to see all of your conversions in the table, you have to put it yes. Then here comes attribution model. So attribution model is nothing but I have already created a video for this attribution model. So anyhow, I'll just tell you. There are a few things, guys. Last click, first click, linear, time decay, position based. So simply the attribution model is all about giving a credit for all of your conversions. So now let's say if I get a some price, definitely I'll be telling that the credit goes to my parents, my credit goes to my teachers, credit goes to so on. So that means so for my achievement, I am giving a credit for some others. Okay, this is what simply the credit for which you are giving a credit. So now let's say again I'll try to draw a diagram and will show it to you. So guys, so now here these are kind of ads. Okay, 4 ads I can see. Seema is searching for one keyword which is relevant to me, and I have inserted that keyword in my ad group. So my intention is that whenever someone searches for that keyword, I would like to show my ad. So I have created 4 multiple ads over here. When she searches for, so she searched for 4 times. Okay, so when she searched for first time, this ad got appeared. Then it is called as a first click. When she searched for a second time, this ad got appeared. When she appeared, searched for third time, this ad got appeared. Again, when she searched for a one more time, so again this ad got appeared. So how many times this ad got appeared? How many times this ad got appeared? This ad. Tell me. Sorry?
2 times.
2 times the ad got appear. First
Oh
time this
yeah.
ad got appear. Second time this ad got appear. Third time again. Fourth time again this ad got appear. So overall this ad is appearing for a 2 times. So that means how many clicks this ad is getting? How many clicks this ad is getting?
2 clicks.
2 clicks. That means Seema tried clicking 2 times again. So when it appeared for a first time and when it is appeared for a last time, 2 times she clicked. So that means so this ad got one first click and this ad got one last click. Got it? So now that's it. She just searched for a 4 times and she just clicked. So now after clicking my ad, so she clicked my ad and she been to my site and she converted. That means she filled my contact form. That means, am I getting a conversion or not now?
Yes.
Yes. So for that conversion, for which click I am giving a credit, either for a first click, either for a last click, either for a linear clicks in between clicks. For which click I am giving a credit for my conversions. That is what simply attribution model. So if I choose a last click means for which one I'm giving a credit? So
For the
for
for
this one, right? So for this ad got clicked up for the last time. So this is what I'm giving a credit. So the next first click means
the first time only click.
for the first time. So this ad got up here and this is like a first click. So for SEMA conversion, I am giving a credit for this first clicked ad. Next, next is linear. So linear means so when now SEMA got converted, right? So I am giving credit to all my clicks. So how many clicks it got? I got a 4 clicks. Okay. So that means I am giving a credit to all my 4 clicks. Okay. So I am just equally splitting the credit to all 4 of my clicks. Next is position based. Time decay. Time decay is like, yes, of course, it is a kind of a last click only, but most of the credit, okay, most of the credit goes to last click. 90% of the credit goes to last click. Then this position based means 40% credit goes to the first click and 40% credit goes to the last click, and remaining 20% is equally splitted to in between clicks. Okay, so this is what just attribution model for which click you are giving a credit. So one more thing is called a data driven. If you want to use this, we need to have a data, like you need to run the ad for at least 1 to 2 weeks. Then according to your data, it will see. Okay, it will automatically decide for which click you have to give a credit. So that is what data driven. Then it's up to you for which click you want to give a attribution model. So choose it and then finally create an ad. So create and continue. So this is what the simple options I just choose. Choose a category, giving a name and giving a value, and choose a count, click through conversions, view through conversions, and attribution model. So now create and continue. All right. So same like yesterday, in the remarketing also we have set up a tag, right? The here also you need to set up a tag. So if you have already set up some global site tag, you no need of setting again. So click this. So again you have a 3 options, like install the tag yourself. If you want to, if you can do everything manually, you can use this option. Or else if you don't know anything from in the backend section like coding background, you can just email the tag to your developer. Then using a Google Tag Manager, we are going to see about this Google Tag Manager in depth in a future sections. So let me go with this. Right. Can you see this? Global site tag. Copy it. Okay. And paste it. Where you have to paste this?
Header.
Header section. So yesterday we have already pasted some global site tag. Am I right? The same tag.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what Google tag, Google Ads tag. So if you have already pasted this tag, you no need of pasting it again in the header section.
For
So
everything done in Google Ads, we have to just use one single tag.
tag, that's it.
Okay.
So that is what simply global site tag. This is okay. And here comes event snippet, guys. Okay, event snippet means when you want to track an event. Okay, see now, this is Dizzy course. Let me fill up this contact form now. So now, does my website got a conversion or not?
Yes.
So did I get any conversion now?
Okay.
Yeah, I got a conversion. That means when someone redirects to a page called thank you page, then that means I'm getting one conversion. Am I true?
Yes.
Yes. So now here, what I'm trying to say is if you have any event, okay, so now let's say if it is a purchasing a product. After purchasing a product, you will be redirected to a thank you, right? So, hey, thank you for purchasing. Keep shopping more, kind of thing. You will be seeing that page. That means, so a page is loading. So we can see another page loading, right? So if you have that event, then you have to paste the code in that particular page. This is called event snippet, guys. So copy it, and where you have to paste exactly in the particular page. Now here, whenever someone visits thank you page, I'm going to track it as a conversion. So you need to paste that code in the thank you page. Okay. So how you'll be pasting, we know how to paste the code in the header section. If I paste that code in the header section, so it will be applicable throughout the site. Then how exactly I can paste the code for a particular pages? Mhm. So there is a one plugin, guys. You can use that plugin for having the code for particular pages. So that is called HFCM plugin. HFCM plugin. Okay. So here it is, the HFCM plugin. Click that. Okay. Add new snippet. Now give a name for your snippet. Let's say it's a Google tag, right? Google event. Right. Now site-wide, site displays. If you choose a site-wide, that means throughout the site you are going to submit this URL, submit this tag. If you want to specify in only particular pages, you can just choose. So I want to choose specific page. Okay. So what is my page name?
Contact us.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
Thank
Contact.
you page. Where I'm redirecting to after filling a
Yeah,
contact
yeah.
form, where
Thank
I'm
you,
redirecting.
page. Thank you,
So this
page.
is like my event, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you page. So before that, you should have a thank you page.
Yeah.
Then next, show on all devices, status active, and copy it and then save it. Got it? Clear now. So in such a way, HFCM plugin will act as a insert headers and footers, as well as this is a beautiful option with this plugin. So wherever like in particular pages, if you want to paste, you can go paste. In particular blog post you want to paste, you can paste. Simply you can choose. So and then save it. Let's go back. Next, click this next. So you have set up your 2PN conversion action. So done. Done. Got it? So this is how we create a conversion action. So is it clear, guys? So
Yeah,
is it important or not? Again,
Important.
this is important just to
so
track.
whenever you run ads, first of all, you have to set up a conversion action. Okay. So if
Mhm.
you have already a conversion action, then you can attach that conversion action to the advertisements you create.